on, slackers? Long time no see. Let me know everything's doing well. We just kicked off. We have a new streaming setup. It's a little bit different, so bear with me a little bit. But can you hear me? Is everything good? We're gonna start some music. We're gonna kick this off right. We gotta have some music. You know what I'm saying, right? Let me make sure that you can hear me, see me, all that good stuff. So, let's see. So far, no chat on whether you can hear me. There might be a delay. I don't know. It says excellent connection. YouTube does a bunch of different stuff to me right now. I can't stand this interface, but yeah. Oh, there's already ads. Thank you, YouTube. Thank you. All right. So we got music playing. Yeah. So I heard Jay got the you know what. So I don't think we can talk about it too much on here. I've talked to him. I heard he's doing okay. Obviously, you want to make sure Jay's doing all well. There's no bad blood or anything like that. It's kind of ridiculous that some people are accusing that it's hurting Jay or whatever. But no, we wish Jay the best and save Jay. Want to make sure that he's doing all well. I talked to him before. He said he had like a head cold on steroids or something like that. So, but yeah, what's going on, slackers? It's been a little while. I was feeling sick for a little bit. I pretty much got the similar in early January too. So, but I'm recovered. But I ended up having to do a bunch of teeth work last week. So that's why you didn't hear from me all that much. I ended up getting 2 root canals, and I found out that I had an infection that was going on for years. And I can actually breathe now, which is kind of crazy. Kind of crazy. So, but yeah, now I can breathe better. I got so much more energy now, so I think we're going to probably be doing a lot more streams. So, I don't know. But, yeah, what's going on, slackers? So is it Monday now? I don't know. I'm like a day off. I keep on thinking it's Sunday for some reason. But what are you guys up to? I guess we can maybe start going over what we have here. So this is going to be a little bit different, right? Usually we have the bench setup that's on the other side of the room, so I decided to put the bench setup here. So let's look at that camera, because we got 2 cameras. We got camera A and then camera B. So this is camera B. If you see here, we got the power supply for the system. This is the Corsair 1600 AX 1600, I think it is. This is a pre-production sample that I got before they were released in Computex 2018 or something like that. So this is a special one. And then we're using the EK cryo cooler because why not? I mean, it's pretty cool. So, but yeah, we're doing the Voodoo Strix because it's back to life, and then I fully modded it. I have not even tested it yet, so I'm not sure what it's going to do. I know there's a hard limit on the nvidia LN2 BIOS. What you guys don't know, and I guess most of the overclockers keep secret, is that if you were to go take one of these cards by yourself and try to go bench it, you won't get anywhere. To be honest, you'd get up to about 17,000. So if you guys remember when I had that first limit, that 17,000 limit, that was because of a BIOS limit. And no manufacturer would give me that particular BIOS. EVGA. So I ended up having to go find another BIOS and work through that. But it turns out that NVIDIA also blocked that BIOS to a certain amount. And if you're going to use the LN2 BIOS from NVIDIA, they block you to under 18,000, which is interesting. So now that we have that BIOS figured out, and we figured out it was a power limit, I modded it. If you look on YouTube, you could tell that there's a bunch of shunts on there. Now, I know there was a couple people saying that you could just short the shunts, which sometimes you can. I've seen it where it goes both ways. Older cards like 980 Ti, I used to just basically put a piece of copper and short them. But when you got into Pascal, when you started going a little bit, when you tried the same thing, it would actually lock the clock slower. So what I wanted to try this time was basically to get that, to not go all the way shorted, basically to have very little resistance, so that way it still thinks it's not hard modded. So I just wanted to do that, make sure, and I don't know, I wanted to try it before somebody told me that it wasn't good, because if you guys are new to this industry, the overclockers tend to give you bad information. Some give you bad, some give you good. I tend to not trust anybody and basically just test myself. So I wanted to make sure that I tested this way because that way I can check it off the list of things that I tested. So, but anyways, Fat Stacks, did you contact German Igor? I actually did about that 6900 XT. I'm going to have to start playing with that probably after this. Let's see what we can do with this, and then we'll talk about the AMD stuff. Because that's definitely going to be in the pipeline, playing with the 6900 XT. But I'm not sure how far we can go with it, so it's going to be interesting. Alright, so what's going on? How cool are you today? Minus 197C? It's actually getting warmer in Florida. I was actually, it's been a cold winter. I know you guys are getting snow and stuff. It's nice outside. I was going to ride the electric skateboard and stuff, But anyways, so I figured we can get along on, I think I pretty much went over all the setup. We're back on the Voodoo. It's kind of funny. We basically have the Voodoo Apex, which is the one that kept on turning off and going back on. It hasn't actually done it in weeks now. I've tested it a couple times. I never have the issue again, so it's not even sure what that's about. But now the card, I think it was just condensation buildup because I was getting weird postcodes where I thought the card was dead, but the card is definitely not dead and it is working. So I think we're going to start pouring about liquid nitrogen, pour some liquid nitrogen and get started. I'm going to boot up the system. So I have a couple more screens. So one of the things that I wanted to show you guys too is the EVC. So Elmore Labs makes the little module. Let's see if I can show you guys. It's a little hard to show because I have it all connected right now. So it's gotta focus over here. Focus over here. Oh, it's a little tough. So anyway, this module I have, how do you control it, right? That's one of the issues that most people don't really realize. I hope the baby beard is doing well. Yeah, he's getting big. My boy is a monster right now. He's like 25 pounds at 7 months. He's gonna be bigger than his daddy. But anyways, let's see. So, yeah, what I wanted to show you guys with the EVC is I was able to connect it a little bit different here. So let me just show you guys this view. So if we look over here, you can see a little bit options what the EVC gives you, right? So you see right here we have two controllers. We have the MP. I'm pretty much blind at this point, so bear with me. Let's see. This is what happens when you're blind and you get old. So the MP2888 is basically the controller for voltage. And then you have the other one, which is the UP9512, which is the controller for memory. So what we'll do is we'll go in and play around and we'll change voltages. You'll see right here, like you have PW vid, and then you could set the voltage. There's a bunch of different combinations you have to set before you get started. So does that card have the UP9212R? No. So basically what happens is, I've explained it to you guys before, there's actually a couple different voltages, right? You have the MP2888, which is, there's actually two of them. They just run in sync. So there's a way that I'll show you guys in a couple minutes, basically to get both controllers to show up here. So technically we have three controllers. We have two MP2888s, and then we have one UP9512s at 1-2, and that's basically for memory. The first one's for regular voltage, and then I think it's MSVD voltage is the second one. That's the overclocking voltage that was released in the nvidia LN2 BIOS. So I guess it doesn't work before that BIOS, so if you guys want to play too, you got to make sure you get that BIOS. Let's see. What else? Don't forget to hit the like button. Yes, if you're new here, make sure you hit the like button, because we're about to get started and going to have some liquid glory going here with the liquid nitrogen. I'm just going over some basic settings with the EVC. This is the Elmore Labs EVC. If you check out elmorelabs.com, you can get this too. If you have a Strix, you don't need to solder to use this on the card, but you will need to solder if you want to go like crazy liquid nitrogen voltages. So, yeah, MSVDD is the second core rail. So that rail is not supposed to be accessible unless you have the NVIDIA LN2 BIOS, right? Which is kind of a crock if you ask me. They should be giving this, you guys, to the public, and they don't do it, which is kind of lame if you ask me. So But yeah, so at least with the EVC, you could use this to undervolt, to overvolt, to do basically pretty much anything you want to the card. So if you want to take your Strix at home, you can connect, basically all you need to do is create, basically put 3 connections on, and when you connect them, you basically get full access like this with the EVC. So, and you can get up to at least 18 or 17,900. Unfortunately, that's pretty much the limit that you can get. That's what we kept on hitting, and basically, it's kind of why the card condensated so much. So, what I was doing is I know what this card would do up to a certain point, and then it stopped doing it at that point. And no matter what I did, if I tried to raise voltages, it would actually just never run at all. If I tried to lower voltages and I find that right balance of voltage that the card needs, as long as it keeps it underneath that power limiter, then it would run. So, and I just kept on going through and testing it, and it's definitely limited. So to see how far we're gonna go with this, I am not even sure. I haven't tested it since I power modded it. The only tests that I ran were basically to make sure everything works, right? So I haven't tested it on LN2, so this is gonna be the first one. So I don't know. I think it's ready to get started. So yeah. So bear with me a little bit. I gotta pour some liquid nitrogen, enjoy the music, and hang out for a bit. And yeah. So that way we can slack. BIOS is under said many people brick their cards. It's fixable, but why? I have no idea what you're talking about, but yeah. Let's just get some liquid nitrogen already, will you? That way I'll stop talking. Alright, we got some juice flowing. Oh, I love that feeling of getting liquid nitrogen. There's nothing better. Let's see. We can get the BIOS, not the card. Well, it's actually turns out you can't get the BIOS or the card, so I think either way, as a consumer, you're all screwed. Anyways. Alrighty. I think we're ready. So, let's get the machine up. Let's start playing a little bit. What you think, huh? Let me see. Let me make sure I got the right... We're going to power up first. These are some of the screens I have. We have the all screen. I think this is what we'll go for now. So, we have 2 power supplies. We basically got the AX1500i. This is it's a special one. It's a bunch of overclockers back in like a 2015 Corsair gave us a bunch of stuff. So this is one of their flashed power supplies. Basically, there was a limit. If you get the regular AX1500i, it has like this stupid limit where you can basically, where you can't, let me see, I think on the CPU rail, you would have to basically go in through USB, change it every time you power it on, so that way it would not OCP. And they got rid of that with a firmware flash on that power supply. So I know that power supply is good. I've been using it for years. So, yeah. Hey, Birdie One, what's slacking? I'm slacking, if you haven't noticed. Is this thing booting up? Did it break already? Let's try this again. Always something. That'd be funny, huh? Wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't be the first time that things didn't work right off the beginning. That's how it goes for stream life, you know, if you know what I'm saying. Alright, let's see. We got postcode 32, 35, 37, 44. Make sure I have the monitor cable in. Yep, there we go, and we're booting. So we're at like 42 degrees Celsius, so we're running pretty hot. So we're going to pour some LN2 in there. Let it cool down a bit. And let's see, let me switch over to mice over here. Then you guys can basically see what's going on. You can tell that what's kind of crazy is this error message right here. So the remember, we're using the EK cryo cooler. So the reason why I do this is I can get some extra clocks out of it. Hold on, it's kind of hard to see. Let me just move this for 1 sec. So you'll see right here, I'm going to put this up right here. And I just wanted to show you guys a little bit of the cryo cooler. So I get this error messages because I'm not using a BIOS that Intel likes. I basically used an older BIOS on the Apex. So what will happen is if you're using the cryo cooler, it's going to complain. That doesn't mean you can't use it. It just means you can't use the terminal velocity boost. You'll notice right here, but right here is where you can actually change. So one of the problems with the EK Cryo is that when you boot up, it doesn't automatically go into cryo. You basically have to always change it, which is kind of lame. But if you ever want to use it for overclocking, make sure you have another PC. So that way you can have this one if you always want to boot up cold, or if you want to use it for binning purposes, like binning memory where you need the CPU when it's posting to get colder. So, but for here, what you're going to see me do, it pretty much every time it boots up, I'm just going to go here to mode and go to unregulated. Now, cryo is just regular, so that basically is going to keep it so that way there's no condensation. I'm going to put in unregulated because I've tested it so many times, and I just know it works, and there's no condensation. So, but yeah, let's see. You'll see right here with temp-wise, if we just look in the sensors here, you can tell right away that the temperature down in the CPU right here, you'll see the CPU temperature, is going down. It's going from 28 to 27 to 26. It's going to keep going down and getting colder. So I'm just going to wait for that to go a little bit. Let's see. We're at 18 degrees Celsius on the GPU, which is pretty much what I'm showing on this screen. I have what's called the Elmore Labs thermometer. It's pretty cool. I don't know. I'm trying not to mess anything up here. I got these awful cables that are just the terrible ones. But yeah, you gotta be careful because sometimes they mess stuff up. So you can see that we're going down 11C there and 11C there on the CPU and 11C on the GPU. So that means everything's running, so I guess we can get started. So the next thing I want to go over is, while this is gonna cool down for a little bit, we're gonna go over and check out what I need to set on the EVC. Because most people haven't seen exactly how you mess with the EVC itself, and this is pretty much a fun part to do. So you'll see right here that I have I basically have, I guess I can see from this one, you'll see that there's two controllers, but we want to have access to that third controller. So how do I do that? Well, in here there's a code that you run. I've explained it in the video, but you'll see right here we got to do 20. We're going to do the command of BE, and then we're going to do data, I think is 22. So it's been a while, so bear with me, guys. And what you're going to do is do a write command to the controller. See how it said no error? Oh, it failed, no error. Hold on. Strange. I might have to reset it real quick. Hold on. These are the fun things of doing streams and trying to make everything work. Okay, so I reset that. Go in here, find... Alright, we found it. Now we're going to write. Okay, so it went this time. And now when I go in here, I'm going to refresh again. So now we're going to see three controllers. So you need to see how there's a MP2888, and then there's another MP2888. And now you have the UP9512. So the first thing I'm going to do is basically set... We're going to take off confirm, because that's going to confirm. Every time I hit apply changes, it's going to just be annoying. So we're going to set up monitoring, and this is going to show me what my memory is monitoring at, how much amps, the phase count, and basically temp. The temp is pretty much bugged. So now if we wanted to change memory voltage, we're going to go to unlocked. We're going to set the voltage command to enabled. And what I'm going to do is I've been running this card at 0.1, so that it's going to be about 1.46. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the OCP all the way to my 170. And then I'm just going to click apply. So you'll see right away that it jumps up from 136 to 146. So that's how we know it's set up. Right? And now we're going to go over to the first controller. So remember, I'm going to go back to monitoring. Click off confirm. And for us to get the voltage so that way we can control it, we have to go over to PM bus. I'm going to set the voltage to around 1... I think we'll start off... Where did I leave off last time? I think we'll start off at about 135 for each. So what I'm going to do is going to set 135. Now, if you set 135 here and you don't set this higher than 1.3, this is the maximum allowable voltage that can be set. So what we're going to do is we're going to change this to about 1.4. And I'm going to keep the switching frequency. Actually, no, I think I changed it last time. Remember, I have a notebook with all my settings. If you'll see that J is basically going down. We're going to disable. When you start benching and doing a lot of stuff, you always want to go to like your base settings that you know that work, right? Because that way you know if you have a bad mount problem or if you have something else that's causing issues. So I'm going to start getting a little bit colder as I'm setting these voltages much higher, right? So we're going to set that to 3, and we're going to set no. So what is it? What we're doing right here is the OCP mode. We're going to turn off the OCP on the card. Yeah, you'll see this is a little bit harder than going in and working with like a KP, for instance. So you'll see so now we have the voltage set. You'll see that it's up at 1.31 right now. Sorry if I move the mouse. You'll see about the input voltage, the temperature, and how hot it's getting. We're only about 1C on the pot, and it's coming down. So this temperature is, I think this is VRM temperature and not GPU temperature. So if you guys are getting confused about it. So now we're going to go to the other one, the MS VDD voltage. We got to do the same thing. We're going to set monitoring, turn off confirm because it will just annoy you. And then we're going to set up to 135. Now, I couldn't run this before because of power limitations. Basically, what would happen is if I run this before, it would just always fail. And I kept on doing that and running it, and then it would condensate too much. So, and that's basically why it stopped working. So I had to let the card sit and dry off for pretty much some days, and then it just started working again, which is definitely a plus. When you have hardware that fails, it kind of sucks, especially if you're the one that's running it, you know. I feel for Jay right now. It's because he knocked off that capacitor. That always hurts. But Jay's been doing a pretty good job. I've been pretty impressed with what he's done. I mean, he is an amateur guy. I mean, he hasn't done anything like professionally wise. I wouldn't even call myself a professional anymore because I don't know. I'm not competitive. I don't try to be competitive anymore. To be honest, it's just not for me. I used to, and there's just no point. It's a waste of time to me. Well, yes, even thermal paste is out of stock. JZ 2 cents. My mount is off. To be honest, that's what Jay has been going down the mount rabbit hole. And you know what? For good reason, because guess what? There's a lot of issues that when it comes to mount, and you have to make sure that you're doing it right, otherwise you won't get anywhere. So Jay's been doing a pretty good job, but it's time to beat his score. And what really is, I think it's great because you know what? He's really working his butt off, and to be honest, I think he deserves it. I think he's doing a great job. I know he's frustrated right now. We all get frustrated at the point is, especially if he killed something. You guys know what I did with the EVGA card. I killed that card it was an accident from what I did. Basically, a fan knocked off a wire and shorted it and killed the card. And it's very depressing when that stuff happens. So, get on that train and make money for the fam. Jay got the virus, so we won't see much extreme OC from him soon. Well, you never know. Maybe he will feel better and then he'll get on it. I don't know. So sometimes when you're doing extreme OC stuff, a lot of the times you just need a break from it. So it's probably good anyway. But I think he'll get the bug back soon and probably start playing. So. Alright, let's see. So we got everything set, so I'm going to switch screens. So that's pretty much all we need to set in there for now. We'll probably change it as we go, but we just don't really need to worry about that right now at the moment. Once it's set, basically, we don't have to go back and set that until we power off everything. So right now, as it's set, so you basically just set. So, let's see. So let's switch views. I'm like out of it, trying to figure out like what's what. Alright. Yeah, so we're at minus 30 degrees Celsius. We're going to keep going. I'm going to go down to about minus 70 Celsius. And then we're going to torch the pot. And the reason why we torch the pot is to basically let the LN2 soak into the pot easier. So that way you can manage the... basically, when you're running really high clocks and you want to go through and try to be able to combat that heat and to basically try to keep that at a certain temp, You need to do this. Let's see. We're at minus 45 C. We're gonna have to break out the torch. I hope the torch isn't too loud. That's not too bad on this microphone. L2 to cure the code. Yeah, I can't even mention that name because otherwise I think they'll mess up the stream. So I'm trying to be nice. So guys, we got like 200 viewers here. Come on, get them likes up. We're about to just get started and about to have some fun. I really don't know what the card's gonna do. I know I was basically up to about 17,900, but then the power limitation I kept hitting. So we don't know where we're gonna go. Let's see where we're at. All right, time to torch. Now, what this is going to do, this is actually going to help with being able to soak the liquid nitrogen into the metal. And that way you'll be able to combat the heat that's generated by the GPU. Oh, I'm already going through L2. So right now, minus 50, so that heated us up a little bit. Gonna need more juice. Where we're at. Minus 63 Celsius. Get it cold. We'll start about minus 120. Like I said, I don't know what this card's gonna do. So the voodoo board lives. Oh yeah, look at that getting cold. It looks so pretty. What you guys can't really hear right now is the sound. When that liquid nitrogen starts boiling, it's just like, it's music to my ears. It's one of my favorite things about it. It kind of gives me the adrenaline, like if you were driving a fast car and you're like digging the music and you're just like, it's a great sensation. The torch is the perfect volume to talk over on stream. He's been doing it for a long time. Been doing it for way too long. That's why I only do for fun anymore. Doing it for competitive takes the fun out of it. It's more fun to enjoy it and talk to you guys. I mean, how many people actually go live, live streaming this stuff? Just like a dice bubbling in IPA. Ooh, sounds wonderful. All right, we're about minus 103. We're gonna switch views over to the all, and we're gonna see what's going on over here. Let's see. So this is going to be interesting because we're using the Asus GPU tweak, so it's a little bit different than what you guys are probably normally seeing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down to, I forget what my last one is. I always save my clocks. So we're going to do 624. I want to say I did way higher than that. Let's see. Let me see what this comes out to. Wow, this is so hard to do looking at it that way. So that's only about 12. We're gonna jump up. We'll do about 704, I feel like. And we're gonna save. So that should get us about 2565. Let's see if that runs. We'll see how that goes. And kick it off. Oh, actually, let me make sure. I don't know if I set the CPU or not. So let's see if this is working right. Yep, CPU is up. We should be at 5.3. Yep, 5.3 is good. So good, we're ready to run. License key warning. What the hell happened here? Ugh. It's always something, I swear. Alright, so it looks like we have an issue with keys for some reason. So let me... Alright, we're gonna have to switch cams again. Yeah, I don't know, I guess the key broke somehow. I'm trying to figure out why, which seems strange. There's nothing worse than having key problems before we get started. Ugh. Let's see. One of the problems is basically I can't see. I am blind. Let's see. And now I gotta look out for a Port Royal key, because I have no idea where I put it. I love when I do stuff like this. It's always fun. Where did I put the key? Bear with me, guys. I just gotta make sure I install the key. We had the key. I don't know what it is going on with it. Let's see. I think, does Port Royal need another key? I think it does. I don't think I have it on this one. Let me double check. I have the regular key. Pretty mark. Where is it? Where is it? Alright, I think I might have found it, but I hate when this happens. Gee, was it Chepe78? Thanks for the $5. Always learning something new. Thank you, O Beard One. You're welcome, Slacker. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out why I lost it. Yeah, now I need to find my Port Royal key, which I have no idea where it is. Let me see. Where is the Port Royal key? It might be my other one. Yeah, I think it did this because I actually switched the system over from to AMD on accident, just testing. Yeah, and it looks like it borked it because I went back to Intel. So if you guys don't, I'm on the Apex, the Voodoo Apex, which is the Asus Apex Z4. Z490. Let's see. Oh, that's not the code either. Of course, I'm so cold too. This is probably gonna ruin the session automatically already. I'm just letting it heat up. Where is Port Royal? Upgrade Port Royal. Where is my Port Royal key? Spies, keys, inspector, trial, new software. Yeah, so I don't have it there. I'm gonna have to look for it. Just give me a second. Were you hardware limited on the Strix even when adding? No, I was limited with the BIOS. That was pretty much, the BIOS limits you for everything. So NVIDIA just basically wants you to do what they want you to do. So the only way to get around the BIOS is actually the hard mod. Now, cards like KP and the Galax, they've already built that hardware, or that mod into the hardware itself. The Strix, there's no support for that. I'm basically doing it all myself. So basically, I have to hard mod the card to be able to break those limits. Man, now I need to find this key, so just bear with me. I gotta just grab my key. It wasn't supposed to be like this. Yeah, if you guys don't know, but what happened was I switched from, I was actually pre-testing the card. I thought it was dead, so I threw it in the AMD system, and when I booted it up, I used that OS drive, And what that happens is it kicks off, you know, all that BS with Windows and your licensing and everything. So it kind of messed it up. So now I just got to find my actual, let's see. I need to find my key. So I'm going to have to go down, or go to FutureMark and actually look for my keys. I know I have one somewhere. I just don't know where I did with it. I'm about to buy another key for this slacker. Yeah, I know. What the heck, man? Yeah, we're at minus 22. This is not good. We want to keep above. You don't want to let it get too warm because then it basically will condensate. So, let's see. Where did I'm trying to remember where I had that key. I might have it on my USB on this desktop. Let me just dig through. I hate looking for keys. That's serials. That's for Acronis. USB LAN. No. No, I don't remember. I might as well just buy another one because it's driving me nuts. Actually, let me try something. Bear with me, guys. We're having an issue right now. I basically reset the system, so the system now giving me issues where I gotta put the key in. So, I don't remember where my keys were. I gotta look for them. I wasn't expecting this, otherwise I would have had it all done. But that's overclocking for you. Where is my key? I think FutureMark has it on there. Let's see. I'm not too crazy about their site, so just give me one sec. FutureMark Hall of Fame, login. Usually if you buy, you can actually go through here and find the keys that you have registered to your account. My results, where's that key? Settings. Time Spy Advanced. Where's my Port Royal? Ah, there it is. Alright, so I found them. I just got to get them over. So just bear with me. Port Royal. Yeah, so if you guys don't know, with Port Royal, you actually have to pay extra. For the test. It's the same thing with Time Spy. When 3D Mark came out, they didn't have those tests, and then they added them on later. So I'm going to add the key for Time Spy and Port Royal. Plus, I'm going to put more liquid nitrogen. While I do this. Alright, so the Time Spy key is right here. Ice Storm. 3D Mark Advanced. I'll do the Time Spy Advanced. There it is. Alright. So, yeah. Now we got these saved. We're going to save as... Just bear with me, guys. Just trying to get these keys loaded. Then we'll get back on it. FutureMark keys. Alright. We're getting there. So what are you guys up to on this Monday? What's going on, Dave? $5. Running slow all weekend. Must be the Hoff uploads. I don't know. Alright, so we got this. Currently watching the old blind guy look for this key. I know, what a mess. Oh yeah. I'm so used to going over to the other side, I forgot I can just go right here. Alright. So now that I have a key, let me just go in here. Keys. FutureMark. Copy. Bear with me, guys. We're getting there. I know this is painful. It usually is. Anything that has to do with keys is usually pretty painful. Alright, now we're registered for Port Royal. About time. So now I gotta pull down again. Hopefully we didn't wreck them out, which could be likely. So, let's get back to the other view. So, let's see. We're gonna go to the all view. You'll see that we have Port Royal going. Alright. Gonna close everything down. We have the clocks all set up. That's why it's pretty much getting so warm. I'm surprised it didn't fail clocks, though. Because we're at almost 2,600 at, like, minus 50. Make sure we're still up there. Nope. Driver failed. So let's go back to test. Apply. Yeah. Make sure we're actually set. Now we can finally go. Yeah, 2565 we'll start out with. Remember, I haven't tested this card since I modded it, so we need to get that puppy code. Did I lap the die? It's a great question. So I actually did lap the die a little bit. I always do it. I did it a long time ago. It probably could use it a little bit more. It's a standard procedure at this point. If you're an extreme overclocker, you need to lap pretty much everything. I know most guys haven't said it out loud, but that's pretty much what they do. That's the big thing in the overclocking world. Everybody has to hide everything from everybody because nobody wants to give anybody an upper edge. It's kind of funny and pathetic at the same time. Ugh, people get too serious with this stuff. Right. He gave me a key. I already got the key. Yes, this is the card that I did the shunt mod on last week. So let's see what we're at. We're only at... This thing is like eating through liquid nitrogen at the moment. We need to get it colder. Right now we're at about minus 85. So I'm going to run it at minus 120 and that's when we're going to kick off. So... Nice shirt. Yes, I love Ducati. I have a Ducati Xdevel Type S. It's pretty much my favorite bike. Problem is Ducati kind of messes some things up on it, but I still love the bike. I wouldn't have any other one. My brother has a bunch of Harleys. He's the Harley guy. Alright, let's see. So we're almost at the right temp. So I'm just going to get close to minus 120. I'm going to increase some light over here. Where's the remote? Alright, so we're at minus 110. That thing is... Alright. It is definitely thirsty. So I'm just going to kick it off right... Oh, wrong remote. Or wrong one. Alright, so we're going to kick off. We're at minus 122. It's a little weird. I'm not used to sitting down on this and doing this, but I guess it's worth the shot to try. I was helping my buddy move this weekend, so my legs are kind of shot. I heard some people fill with liquid metal before they lap. I don't even know what that means. Fill with liquid metal before you lap. Alright, so... Wow, that's pulling down fast. We might have to torch more because I can't keep the pot cold. We're at minus 170. Come on, come on, come on. Okay, here we go. Minus 118. I'm just trying to keep it. There we go. Just around the minus 120 range. This is just a test. We're not trying to break Jay's score right now. We're just going to see if it runs. I want to see if everything I did basically is adding to it. Oh, something happened. Let's see. Oh, you know what? We forgot to do memory. I have to... My mistake. Jay's current score is 18091. Yeah, my current score is in the 17900s, but there's no way I could get past that because of the limitation. Let's see. Let's make sure this is cold. I always have to set this. It's kind of annoying from the Intel side. It always gives me errors until it clicks. Come on, come on. Let's see. I set the wrong clocks. Problem is I was testing other clocks Yeah, we're at. This is supposed to be way higher. Actually, what? No, that's actually fine. Hold on, let me see. Make sure the clocks I was running, because those clocks don't look right. Yeah, I think we're too high on mem, that's why. Alright, so we need to get this down a little bit. We're going to go down to 3600. And we're going to save that, and we're going to try that. I'm going to torch a little bit too, because the pot was not moving fast at all. Alright, so we're about minus 110. We'll get a little bit colder again. I think we went a little bit hard on the memory cell. We're going to run 2565 again. Let's kick it off. We probably already ruined the paste. I'm probably going to have to torch it all the way up. You really should never run it like that. The only reason why I'm running like that is because we're on stream. There's not much I can do about it, so. Oh, I forgot to set the Intel thing. Damn it. I don't know what happened here. Looks like we're going to have to set it all again. I think I might have to torture it up real quick. Torch it up. Yeah, we're going to have to heat it up a little bit. We waited too long. The whole key thing messed it up, so what we're going to do is we're going to heat it up real quick. I got to repower everything. Because I reset power and it hard locked, I have to redo the EVC settings too, so. Alright, heat it up a little bit. It's going to take a little bit to set all the settings anyway, so I got to get back over here. Let's see, where are we? Alright, we got to go. This is the one stuff that's kind of stinks about the EVC is that we got to go through and change it up. So you guys see, I'll go through here again. I know Elmore is actually working on different profiles so to make this easier. Right now it's a little bit more difficult than anything. So what we got to do is we got to hit that right back again. Then we go to I2C1 and then do find devices. Then we got the 2. So what I'm going to do is click monitoring, confirm, change this to SMB or PM bus. That's what it was. I'm going to change this to 1.35. Change this to 1.4. This is going to 790. Disable. Going to 53. This is the important setting right there that turns off OCP. And apply. Oh, see, we forgot to do confirm, so that's why it's going to do that. So you uncheck confirm. Hit apply, and it's going to apply everything. So now we got to go to the second one. Remember, this is our first test. I have not tested it with the power unlocked, so this is just kind of, we might beat a score, we might not. I have no idea what the card's going to do. It could be that we broke the power limiter, and then I just have to figure out some new voltages that are needed at certain clocks. 790. All right. Now Now we need to set the memory voltage. So now we're going to set memory voltage, confirm. We need to unlock. Then we need to enable. Oops. And we need to get this thing colder. Okay, let's see. So we're at 170 here. And we want to run it at 0.1 more. So that's going to be 1.46 because that's what memory likes. And we should be all set. So you'll see in monitoring, it tells us how much voltage we're using. Oh, I never set this one to 1.35. What's up with the deal there? That's what happens when you're blind. Alright, so cancel. What happened now? 135. So yeah. Let me make sure. 135, 14, 135, 14, and then 1.46. Okay, so we're good there. You set the first one all wrong. Yes, I butchered it. Leave me alone. It is what it is. It's tough when you have to do the stream and do everything all by yourself. Send your slacker some super chats. He's having a hard day. Thanks, Andres. I'm not having a hard day. This is just the life of an overclocker. Some things are harder than they should be. Alright, so let's see. Are we at... Alright, so I think we have everything set. Let me just double check. That should be good. That should be good. Alright, so now what we're going to do is go back to all again. Let me move this over so you can see what clocks we're at. We're going to go right to my saved profile. Remember I saved, I was playing around, so this should be near what I ran last time. So you'll see 2565. We've got to make sure we get this colder. Now that we basically torched the pot so good, it should actually react a little bit better now. So sometimes it takes a little bit. Yes, I need a settings monkey. It gets tough sometimes with especially when you use the EVC. It's not as easy as just setting stuff in the OS and just going with it. But it's more fun, more work. Alright, so let's get... We got the clocks going, we got mem going. Now we just need to wait for the temps to go. Let's see. Let's get some more LN2, because we're going to need it in a sec. One of the good things that you're going to learn about playing around, or you're not having a hard day, give it back. Whatever, Mr. Sheriff. Ay. So one of the things that it's probably good to learn is to basically be able to pour both with both hands. Some will bench with their left, some will bench with the right. I can bench with both. Alright, so we're at minus 100. We're almost there. We're going to kick this off. And you guys can see most of it good. Alright, I'm just going to kick it off. Alright, time to bench. So I think this is 2565. This is just to try to get a warm-up run. Alright. Alright, we're at minus 120 right now. It's going out to about minus 122 because there's no load on it. Now there's a load. We're about 670 watts. Come on, there we go. Get it cold. Alright, finally the pot's reacting a little bit better. Now we're at about minus 120. Now the trick is, why you see all the Galaxy GPUs is because they're going super cold. Right now we're only doing minus 120. Usually with the lap, if you lap the die so that way it's perfectly flat, you can actually go colder. And that's pretty much the trick to be able to get more clocks, is basically getting a nice perfect paste to the die. Now I'm curious if I have to lap it more, but I think I've basically removed all the lettering. So pretty much every gen I always take off the lettering, because the lettering ends up cutting into the pot. It's pretty easy to tell that it's a problem. So I've already done that already. We're running about minus 122 right now. I just want to get some decent runs in before we start turning it up. Minus 122 still. Now we're keeping it within a degree. Maybe like 0.1 at this point. Oh, it failed. Ah, right. What happened there? Seems like a memory failure. It might be running a little bit too hot on the memory. We might need to be a little bit colder, actually. I used the back plate on there, so it actually heats it up. Yeah, it goes straight to 145. Oh, Lumi. We'll go up minus 130. Actually, if I remember correctly, I think I ran at minus 135 last time for this. See, the nice part, at least I don't have to set the EVC again. That would be a pain in my butt. So we got the Intel part already set, right? We did that. Yeah, it's up white. Let's get on it. So we're at minus 135. Yes, memory is important, but I'm also using a backplate, so my memory tends to be a little bit hotter than most. Or cooler, depending on how the card is. Basically, if the card's colder. When you get the card colder, basically the backplate gets cold. Alright, let's do this run again. Alright, we're at minus 145. There we go. Pot's having some hard time react. Minus 140. Minus 142. Got a little bit ahead of me. Minus 143. The cool part is that I'll soon be having it so that way you guys can see the temps in OBS. I haven't had the time to get that all figured out yet, but supposedly with the Elmore Labs thermometer, I'm able to use OBS and actually just stream the actual temp that you'll see live. So that's definitely something we're going to work on for the next stream. Let's see. Almost closed, 27. Still at minus 142. We're running out of juice. Let's see. So we had the issue at 7K. Usually it has to do with memory not being cold enough. Come on. The crazy part is that I was not able to even run this when I was running it before I power modded. I wasn't allowed to set this high a voltage without it failing. So it looks like we passed that one area, so we're at minus 143. So usually if you can get past this area, the next area is not too bad, but sometimes it will fail at the end. Been a little bit though. So about 8,700, which is decent. What should that be, about 11.5? Or 17.5? 17.449, okay. Alright, let's just go up. I need to get juice. So So we're going to go to 54. I think the last one I let off was at 804. I think my highest score was 804. At plus 804? So let's see. Problem is keeping it sitting like this is not going to be the best for the paste. A lot of the times you'll get one run and then you're done. But let's see. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kick it off right away. Oh shit. I was running Time Spy instead of Port Royal. Alright, let's see. So we're still at minus 142. I might have to raise the table. It's kind of a pain to do it sitting down. Can't remember the last time I benched sitting down. So Port Royal, and we're gonna run again. Alright, so we're doing plus 754. It should be like 26 something. I don't remember exactly. It might be just around 2600. Now remember, I couldn't run this before without the power mod. So doing all the shunts, I had to do it. I didn't have an option. It would only limit me to 17,900. So there's nothing else I could do. Yeah, the pace is done. That's what happens. So we're gonna have to torch it up again. MBGN, stop by and tell Joe to stop chicken clocking. Let me see. Alright, so basically we gotta torch it up again. And it has nothing to do with condensation why it failed right now. Has to do with clock set, so. Now we gotta torch it all the way up to about minus 30. It's usually pretty good. You want to see a finished benchmark? Well, you just did one right before this one. So ha! Ha! Alright, we're pretty much at... Oh, Jesus. I want to set up the mic. Oh, you're going to sleep? Oh, slacker. Well, next time, watch it when I come, watch it when you wake up, buddy. Let's see. So we're going to go back. I need to cool it down a little bit more. Down. Later, Spurious. Have a good one, slacker. Alright, now we pretty much went to 0, and now we're going to take it down again. Really, when I basically messed up the key area, that's kind of the bad thing that happens when you don't just get right on it. You got to basically just keep going. And sure enough, it wasn't. So, it says 3D print a thin cover with channel to catch the condensation buildup. The whole country basically has snow. Except for Florida. That's why I live here. But what's crazy is the humidity's killing me right now. I think it's about 40 in here now, and that's with the dehumidifier running. But it actually gets hotter in here because of the dehumidifier. It actually blows hot air in here to take it out. Jester. Replacing your thermal pads. Need a lot more than that, buddy. Bring it on. Let's see. Oh, man, that's a good smoothie. Alright, so we're at minus 50. I'm going to wait till it gets a little bit colder, and then we're going to bring it. Yeah, don't drink out of the wrong cup. What do you mean? Been doing this too long to ever do that, so. Let's see. Says, yes sir, it's pretty cool. You could essentially start with 3 river rocks and turn them into surface plates with no other tools. Oh, are you talking? I think I've heard about what you're talking about. I have some lapping plates and stuff that I use that I haven't showed you guys yet. So, A is Apple, gone stream something. I have no idea what is this. Let's see. So we're at about minus 70 right now. I'm gonna go back to my clocks. Make sure they're set. Alright, so this is, I want to say this was, I think I did 2650. So this is close. I'm just going to run LN2 through my loop. You could try. Oh no. I don't think we're cold enough. Let's see for 2600. We might already have condensation issues. Sometimes you can get away with it, but other times you can't. Make sure, I hate setting that every time. Make sure clocks are set. We're at about a minus 100 right now, so I'm gonna go up to about minus 135. Minus 145 could be cracking, but I'm not sure yet. Yeah, we're at 2625. Probably need some juice. So we have TechOdin, TechJesus, and Jay. Got it. All these names. Alright, so we're at minus 106. Getting there. Gonna get the benchmark ready. Who is still overclocking voodoo cards these days? It's because this thing comes back to life, no matter how many times you kill it. Alright, let's see if it can handle it at a lower temp, or a higher temp, I guess you could say. We're about to start. We're about minus 121, minus 122, minus 123, minus 125, minus 128. Now, we are having condensation issues. We might actually have to call it. Let's see. That's what happens when you got key issues. Fail and get condensation everywhere. It's pretty much the problem, is condensation, condensation, condensation. Doubt it has anything to do with this, but... Let's go down. Take memory down a little bit. Alright. We're gonna have to get more juice. Alright. So I think we have the temp, but the paste might be bad, so we'll find out right away. I think at this point, it might be bad. We'll know pretty quickly. Let's see, minus 135, minus 136. Pretty much at about minus 140 right now. I'm just gonna try to keep it around here. I don't think it's gonna work. I think the paste is pretty much shot at this point. Maybe not. No. Yeah, I'm not liking it. You can basically feel like the paste is not doing anything. So, no, I wish it was Megadeth. We can't really play anything like normal music. Like, I have to use something that's going to be open and free. I use Epidemic Sound, so it's kind of a little bit of a pain. Need to have you back in the SLI battle. OG 10K Tech, $49.99. Thanks, brother. SLI, but I know I've been waiting for blocks from EK now for probably like 4 weeks now. It's kind of getting ridiculous. So I was going to join in on the SLI battle, start with water and have some fun, but I can't seem to get any parts from anybody, so who knows what's going to happen with that. We're going to try it one more time, and if not, then we're going to have to heat up. I think the card's probably already condensated and pretty much done already. So we might have to just heat up and then give it a go again. Let's see. I personally don't think it's going to run. I think we need to heat up. But what are you going to do? Yeah, the paste coverage isn't that bad. Remember, we've been doing this before you guys even learned about it, so this is not my first time there, bud. Alright. The problem is that key. Too much condensation. I can't even keep the pot. Come on, come on, come on, come on. There we go, finally. No. Let me just try something here. I'm fighting the pot more than anything. Yeah, I think it cracked. Because now we're getting cold. It's like 160. You hear it pop? Snap, crackle, bop. Yeah. No, I think we got water or something. Damn. That totally popped. It went from like minus 150 to 170 in like 2 seconds. So that's definitely what we call crack-based. Let me see. Now, memory's not an issue. This card will actually run that memory easily. I don't know what is going on right now. Where I live, crack-based is something different entirely. You guys kill me sometimes. We could just have a really bad mount, so. What's up, Shane? Good day, Joe. Just wondering, do GPU drivers affect GPU to post? I got a RX 570 that boot loops in a customer build, but my test bench with a 40 driver already installed and post and loads up fine. The driver, well, post, no. Post as soon as, well, it could, possibly. When it transfers over, but it should transfer over to the OS, and then the OS should take care of it, but. I don't know, that's interesting. Oh, man. Let's see, so we heat it up. Are we still running? Let's see how hot we are. Alright, so we're at about 3C. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull down again. Let me just see how much water's in the pot, because I'm not having good reaction with the pot at all. Let me see, I got to turn on the compressor. I think we're going to have to see if there's any water. So what happens is basically you have water that goes in the pot. And what that does is that basically messes up your ability to be able to have the liquid nitrogen soak into the metal to be able to combat it. So it's kind of driving me nuts. Driving me nuts. Alright. Gotta wait till we get more pressure. Alright, so we're at 22C. So this thing's pretty much heated up at this moment. Sorry if that's too loud, but not much I can do about it. It needs to happen. Alright. Let's take her down cold again. You find a good used one if it really ever pot's fault. I need to crack open this Blue Devil and get some KPX in there. Hope the thermal pads stay intact. Yeah, I don't like how everybody's using like that thermal paste instead of the pads anymore. Absolutely ridiculous. Alright, so let's get her cold again. It definitely looks like the paste cracked us on this last time. Isn't he feeling enough pressure? I don't even know what that means. There's no pressure here, man. I don't care if I break anything or if I break or don't break anything. I don't care either way. I'm just having fun. This is what I do for stress relief. I must be on crack for saying that. Can't go colder if you're basically cracking. That's the problem. Could be I need more mount pressure. So, only really way to tell good is basically if you pull the card off. So, and I'm not doing that right at the moment. So, we might have to do it in a little bit though, because I'm curious. Because then I can show you guys how bad the mount is, or if the mount's good, all etc. Oh, you aren't trying hard enough if you aren't breaking stuff. That is correct. Alright, so we're getting there. Getting there. So let me just make sure that everything is still working over here. So I can still see what's going on. Oh, okay, this is off. Alright, I guess the EVC is going to give me issues too. That's what I meant by good coverage, a good mount. Yeah, sometimes you'll mess it up just doing it, like putting it down, and if you don't put it down right. Whoa, what happened there? We lost the EVC. Just give me 1 sec, guys. Downloads. I lost the EVC for a sec. I don't know if it rebooted and it had an issue or... So let's make sure everything's going. So I gotta put all the commands back in. Here, I'll show you guys. So it's really a juggling game, trying to get everything set up and then trying to figure it out. So if you look over here, let's see. So we go to I2C. We got the 3 going on. I don't know what happened here, but that's weird. My monitoring's changed, so I'm not sure what's happening there. So as long as we're at 1.46, it should be fine. Alright, so that seems fine. How many liters of LN2 do you have right now, Joe? I have a lot. So I have that 30 liter, but I have like maybe half of a 160 and then a 160. So we got lots of LN2, so no worries there. Alright, so let's go back. We're at minus 30. We need to go colder. Let's see, what are we doing on liquid nitrogen? We're gonna have to get some more. Yeah, this is usually what happens. You basically get one run, and if you wait too long in between runs, you gotta basically, you gotta heat up and go down again. So, Dun, dun, dun. Right, minus 50. We're getting there. When is your next collab with another channel? I have no plans with collabing with anybody right now. I don't know. The whole PC industry is kind of whack right now, if you ask me. Because basically, I don't know. I even feel bad doing most of this stuff because a lot of you guys can't even get cards and stuff. So it's kind of, I don't know. It's kind of a bummer for people like me. And you guys need to get them likes up. We got 225 people on right now and 190 likes. Come on, let's get 10 more likes going. Maybe then I'll get some, I won't slack as much. Alright, so we're going to do test, apply. We need more juice. Ugh. towards pizza money. I know I could use some pizza. You should have ordered me a pizza, bro. Thanks, though. I appreciate it, man. Can you at least drive up to Steve's place? I don't know. You guys got to bust Steve about that. I think he's a busy man, so he hasn't been able to get to do much anymore. So, let's see. So we're at 36.25. Let's just get the temperatures going. We got this all set. It's white, so yes. All right, let's get cold. Oh, I forgot to torch it a bit. I liked it twice for good measure. Yeah, that's why you gotta love that random guy. See what I did there? Alright, minus 110. I don't know, I'm not having too much faith in it right now. We need to go. When you keep on asking me how much my best B-die clocks with 4000 C12. I have ones that do 4400 C12 tight. It's a funny question to ask. It's always that one random guy. Alright, so we're going to kick it off. I want to see what it does. See if we can get a good run in. I have a feeling the mount's not the greatest, but might have to lap it a little bit more. I did like a light lap, just basically to get all the letters out. But remember, my card's not binned like everybody else's card, so a little bit different. Dun, dun, dun. Alright, let's see if we can get a run in here. I'm not used to sitting down and doing this. I'd say it's definitely more natural for me to do it the other way. I don't know, that pot is getting super cold. We're at about minus 140 C right now, and it's climbing a little bit. So the pot might actually finally be like running well. Sometimes you get water in there and it just helps, or it messes up. Aw, oh, come on. We must have some condensation issue or something, because we were running. So you can set our score as an actual target. I don't know what you're talking about. Let's see. Let's try to do a quick run. Sometimes that works too. So we might be too cold now, because since the job failed, basically what happens is it just goes all the way really cold. So this is pretty much the game. You keep on heating it up, bring it back, cool it down, heat it up again. That's pretty much all you do. It drives me nuts. To be honest, it loses its fun after a while. It's more fun when you get a super bin card and they tell you all what to do, how to do it, and all that stuff. It's kind of funny. Oh, yeah. Yeah, read up and you'll understand. I love when people try to tell you that they know your card and they don't know what they're doing in themselves. So, yeah, my card can do memory easily like that. So, if I keep on telling you that, that's what it is, bro. So, if you want to keep bothering people or going doing something, go bother someone else. I'm getting tired of pretty much overclockers telling me how they think they know everything. It's pretty much why I don't overclock anymore. Dealing with that crap. It's so funny. Ugh. Professional overclockers should be more like professional whiners. Dun, dun. Let's see. I'm just gonna blast it with cold, see what it does. I think pretty much we're messed up on the mount. We got too much condensation from the key episode. So, actually, backseat overclocking TM. Yeah, it's toast. Toast! Trust us, we're from the internet! Yeah, backseat overclocking is like pretty much the typical OCMO. Oh, man. No, I think the mount's pretty much shot. And a mix of condensation, too. Yeah, to be honest, you can't really compare this card with every other card that those guys have. They all get binned cards. It's kind of ridiculous at this point. And then they get special BIOSes, and then like all that crap. I'm doing everything with basically every single thing that if you were to get it and do. That's the funny part. And that's the reason why they don't tell you any of this stuff too, so you don't beat them. It's the funniest part. More cheese with that wine. I'm doing it because I like it. I enjoy it, and it's fun to me. If you don't like it, then that's your prerogative. Alright, let's see if we can... Where are we at here? This thing keeps turning off. Alright, we're probably going to have to heat up. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to see if we can just run stock locks for a little bit. No, we're hosed. We are hosed! Yeah, that's fine, Zeus, but the thing is I don't need to hear what you're telling me about the memory on this card was better than the memory on his card, and I'm just not going to deal with it all the time, man. You can tell me how you want to do it all you want, but guess what? I know what this card can do, so get over it. And technically, he didn't do any of the work. It's crazy. I don't know. I'm over it. I'm about over overclockers in general. All they do is cry and whine if you don't listen to them. Drives me nuts. Don't really care. Keep your opinions to yourself. If you don't like it, deal with it. We're here to have fun and do stuff, not worry about how much you know or whatever. Let's see. I'm going to see if it's a temp issue, because sometimes if I went over it too much, then it would drive me nuts a little bit. So you got to make sure. Some cards, pretty much every card is different, so you'll have ones that like cold and some don't like cold. This GPU I've never seen actually liked over minus 140. It tends to have some mem issues, but I guess he knows that since he knows my card, since he clocked one of them. Dun, dun. Now, mount's done. One way to tell if the mount is done is basically if it just fails. Time to heat up again. Yeah, I'm probably gonna heat up one more time, and if it's keeps on doing it, then we have an issue. Then we're basically gonna have to break down. So you can't take it personally. Just some people like that. Nah, it's pretty much like the overclockers MO. All they do is basically, I know better than you. And then when you beat them, they were like, oh, you cheated. It's pretty funny. Just want to cry. It's pretty much the reason why you don't see me on HW Bot anymore. Ugh. Because if I wanted your opinion, I'd ask for it. Which means I don't want it. Funny thing is, you've been overclocking in Baghdad before most people here. And if you can't make a prawn, singing might be it, Joe. Well, trust me, even if you win at overclocking, you don't win anything. Like, it's like the biggest joke of anything. I really find it funny. The top overclockers in the world are rich. Said nobody ever. I just think it's funny, like, I really don't care what you think. Did I ask you to come on here and tell me? No! Let's see, let's cool out. We're at -5 again. Let's just make sure I don't have to set anything in the EVC. What's up with the EVC lately? I don't know. I think something maybe is up with the EVC. Is it? EVC's failing. Does your kid... Dude, I'm a little tired of this. Why do you keep on asking me about 4400 SPM? That's why I watch you, broski. Don't, yeah, like, so we're doing 3D Mark here, and he keeps on asking about... You're killing me, bro. Let's see. Not what I'm worried about at the moment. You can ask me another time if you want. Actually, if you want to ask on Twitter, that's probably a better idea. Not when I'm doing this stuff, though. Oh, Tooksford, did you try turning it off and back on? It's always that random guy. Ay, ay, ay. Let's see. Oh, no, we're having problems with the EVC now. Oh. Yeah, since I don't have the EVC soldered, sometimes I get issues if I move it around. Alright. Yeah, I think at this point we're just going to have to shut down this card for a bit and probably heat it up. So just bear with me. Woo! Oh my gosh, Starvos, will you stop? I'm not gonna mute you this time. But I already know. I don't want to run! Ah! God damn. Let's see. So we gotta shut down anyway. The whole issue is basically we had, I think when we were trying to put the keys on... But let's see. I don't know. Let's look at them out. Someone who doesn't care, you really act like a snowflake. See, this is why. Go hang out with your other overclocker buddies, bye. Bye! It's so annoying at this point. You wonder why nobody likes overclockers. Case in point. Oy. Tired of their crying all the time. You didn't listen to me. It's the funny part. It's always the same. This is pretty much the reason why I used to do all the judging. Because then they would cry all at each other. And then I'd be like, no, you guys can't do that. You can't do this. It's driving me nuts. It's like, come on. This is a stream. We're supposed to have fun. We don't need you telling me how I'm supposed to overclock. Like, come on. It's ridiculous. Let's see what we got here. Dun, dun. Oh. Chill, man, chill. I am chill. I just love when people think they can tell me what they want and I'm supposed to just take it. It's not how it works there, buddies. Oh, you seem to have a slight gym build, or is it late night snacks? No, I've done way too much lifting in my day. Dun, dun, dun. Let me heat this puppy up. Alright, so we're at minus 10. We want to heat this up to probably about minus 40. Ooh. I'm not used to doing that over here. Let's see. Yeah, we're pretty soaked as it is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw this in what I call the hot box. So just give me 1 sec. I'll be right back. Where did I put it? Oh, dun, dun, dun. Microwaving the card is probably the best thing to do. Dun, dun, dun. Nope, didn't beat him. Just having some condensation issues. Next time I'll do it. PS2 mouse is superior for this. What do you mean? This is a PS2 mouse. Let me guess. I should use USB instead, right? Just kidding. Let's see here. See if it's wet. No, it's relatively dry there. I wonder if the mount is off. We're gonna have to take it apart. Clearly a different hotbox than I remember back in the day. Yeah, no, the hotbox is basically a box, and I put a hairdryer in it, and then what I do is close the box, and I run the hairdryer. And what it does is it actually heats everything up and dries everything off. Works really good. Been doing it for years. What's a good source to read up on the basics of overclocking? Basically, don't read anything from overclockers. Let's see. There's not a lot. It depends on what you want to do for overclocking. If you want to do a lot of liquid nitrogen stuff, a lot of the streams that I've done can show you. So you can try those too. Let's see. So what do we do here? What do you guys want to do? You guys can vote. So do we want to heat up the card and then rebench? What are you guys thinking? Put it in the oven. To be honest, because we had the issues with the card last time, so this is the first time we had cold. Maybe we just need to just stop. No, whatever, dude. The CRC you use often is the QD electronics clear. Where is it? I actually had it right. Hold on. I'll show you the electronics cleaner that I use all the time. So, yeah, I gotta find the hairdryer. I think the woman took the hairdryer again. The nerve. I have to overclock. You can't do your hair. Let's see. Take it apart and remount. I think we gotta take it apart and remount. But the thing is I gotta make sure it's heated up first. So, let me see if I can find... The woman took it. She took my hairdryer. Alright, we gotta go yell at her. Just kidding, I don't really yell at her. But I gotta go get the hairdryer back. I'll be right back. Yeah. All right. Let's see if I can show you guys. All right, much easier this way. So, we have a box. And there's a Mustang's map box. I think I got this from Gamers Nexus anyway. So what I do is I put the card in the box, and then we take this, and then we run it. And what it does is it heats up the card, and you don't have any condensation on it anymore. I need my hair dryer. Yeah, the funny part is how much in trouble I just got from the lady because I took my hair dryer back. Oh. But yes, let's heat it up. There we go. Now we gotta heat it up. So it's gonna take a little bit, so we might as well talk about anything you guys want to. It's not because you called her the woman. Well, maybe that is because of it. Ay, ay, ay. He shows that setup once per stream. What, my, ascot? Ay, Thermal Grizzly Extreme is stupid price. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, I don't know. I would be even careful about using Thermal Grizzly. Even though, so if you ever use Cryonaut, do not use it on water. The KPX blows the doors off of it. Like, it's like 40 megahertz difference. You got what kind of cheese floats your boat? I don't know. Gouda? Is Steve only good at overclocking because he owns it? Dude, he's got like the max turbo hair dryer. Not really. He needs to work on his hair drying skills. Dun, dun, dun. How's the little one? The little one's getting big. He's like 25 pounds now at 7 months. He's gonna be bigger than his daddy for sure. Yeah, I think that Roman got rich off of thermal paste. Thermal paste, that's junk. R23, thoughts on R23 versus R20? Not a fan. I don't know. Here's the thing. You keep on... Like, what is the difference between R23 and R20? I mean, I feel like you're taking the same benchmark and invalidating all old results to go to the new one. I'd rather use something like R20 or R15. That's usually my thing. Compressor's still a little bit loud, even though it's a quiet one. Let's see. Smoked Gouda. So with the hotbox usually takes a little while, so there's not much we can do. Yeah, the way I found out about Cryonaut was I was doing some tests, and I just happened to use KP paste on there. And then I took it off, and then I put it on again. And I used Thermal Grizzly, and then all of a sudden I couldn't get the same clocks. And I was like, that can't be right. So then I tested it again, put KPX back on it, and then it worked. Then I went and put Cryo back on it, and then I lost it. I wasn't able to overclock more. So then I was at the point where I won't even use the Cryonaut stuff. I mean, his new stuff, the pink stuff, is, to be honest, it's alright, but not for what the price is. I don't recommend it at all. Yeah, isn't the Cryonaut all over the place? Yeah, and most people say, oh yeah, on water. On water, it's absolute junk. I would just throw it away. I wouldn't even use it. I'd rather use, like, some other crappy paste. Dun, dun, dun. See, just changed the time of day for the window light source and added the 10M and 30M when they started figuring out Intel was throttling down over time. I don't know, man. Like, there's so many benchmarks now. The CPU benchmarks are kind of boring in general. I mean, I don't know. R20 at least gave you a bunch of stuff that you could see, but Who knows? But I would never buy 10 grams for 30 bucks. I don't know, it depends. If you're actually getting like an extra clocks, like, so if I'm getting like 10 to 20 megahertz more, I would pay that 20, 30 bucks. Like, come on, you guys pay for water cooling systems. You pay, what, anywhere from 500 bucks to $1,000, depending on your water cooling system. So why not spend 30 bucks to get 40 megahertz, or, you know? So that's why I say go with the KPX stuff. Oh, slacker bencher going at it. Yeah, buddy, we are heating up right now. We seem to be having some condensation issues. Oh. So what's your thought on the 12 gen fake little big little cores CPU leaks? I'm not even sure what that means, Paul. The leaks? Are you talking about the Intel leaks with 11G? I don't know. I've heard some interesting things on the new Intel stuff. I heard memory is going to be pretty good. That's about it, though. I haven't really been seeing anything else. It says, how long do you think it will take for GPU prices to drop back to normal? Probably around never. It says, Ali, you will break the record of TechLab? TechLab doesn't have the record. I think Gloomy has the record right now. So, I don't know. Here, it's a different thing. When you have all these guys that say that they don't have bin cards, when you get a card from a manufacturer that gives them to you, and they all are 2800, that's a binned card. I don't care how you sugarcoat it, it's a binned card. Now, all the ones, basically every single card that's in the top 10, except for one, is a retail card. So what does that tell you about overclocking? Yeah. Pretty funny. Dun dun dun! X99 SoC champion! I love that board, actually. Are you done benching? Well, I'm heating up the card. I think I'm going to give it another go, though. Depends on the time. It's only like 8 o'clock, so. 1 KBX for lower temps during summer when it's almost 50C ambient here. Yeah, that's the problem with summer temps. I get the same thing here in Florida because summer temps are ridiculous here. You can't even run a card pretty much inside because the AC just gets overwhelmed. The woman. You were talking performance PCs, which is currently out of stock. Cryonaut is trash. Cryonaut ran off with my girlfriend and stole my pickup truck. What are some of the old tricks with overclocking from back in the day? Oh, I don't know. I can't even think of any right now. There's a bunch of... It depends on the platform, man. Like, even, like, when we used to run XP, there's ways that you can go around and do... Like, W Prime, for instance. Most people don't realize Windows XP, you could run a service... a task as a service, and that basically will give you a better score. So that's one... that's if you can get Windows XP running, you know? But, yeah, if you look up here... X99 Champion, it's one of my favorite boards. Good stuff. Alright, I'm wondering how hot this thing's getting. Because it's hot in here, man. When I turn on this dehumidifier, man, it really just heats up this room, like, dramatically. You can see, like, I'm starting to get clammy, if you know what I'm saying. Drives me nuts. Bomb. Let's see. I have no AC either, Joe. It's just, dang, you don't have AC. Well, I have AC, but the thing is, when you try to push so much heat, like, and then you have AC combat it, it doesn't really work well. Unless you have, like gangster AC, you know? I'm listening to your stream as I'm packing and shipping eBay packages. You better be sending me something. What'd you sell on eBay? Anything good? Turn on AC. Yeah. The problem is that, like, I know with this old house that I'm in right now, I'm limited in the resources. Basically, I can't just go rip off the AC system and put a new one in. Even though I'd want to. That's pretty much kind of the... Just want it. Gotta vent that thing outside. I calculated how much heat my dehumidifier dumps into my basement every summer, and it's nuts. It's no joke, man. I feel like it's about 80 degrees in here right now. That's why I'm, like, getting clammy. But at least we got the humidity down to around 35%. He is a GPU scalper. Get him! He took all the GPUs and he's selling them on eBay. Go after him. Let's see. I don't know. I'm wondering if we should just mount or just put it up. I am not sure. I don't know. What do you guys think? Should we just, once it's heat up, should we just put it on? Because it's kind of a pain in the butt to. I don't know. It's a pain to break apart and then put back together, and then I don't know if we're gonna do that on stream. It's gonna take a while. I think I might just heat it up, get it all hot and bothered, and then then put it back on. See what we can run it as. It seems we're gonna have to do a bunch of runs. I have a feeling the mount's off. I'm doing something a little bit new. I use these normal thumb screws, but with the back plate on there, that actually helps the memory at sometimes. It changes a little bit. I learn to laugh. I want to see the mount. Okay, then we'll do it. You convinced me. At this point, I don't really care. I'm already, like, irritated. I hate when an overclocking session goes to crap. That's why Jay gets a little bit moody. Because it does. It gets boring after a while sometimes. It's fun, don't get me wrong, but when you start getting into these weird situations, sometimes it's not that fun. Let's see how heated we are. Boom, boom, boom. Alright, I don't know if we have a good view on this. We're going to have to maybe alter it for next time. That way you guys can see. Cryo sucks Sub-Zero, but it's fine for standard use, right? No, it's actually crappy for standard use. That's my problem with it. I don't know, but I'm not saying Cryo Extreme. I'm saying the regular Cryo. Like, it's bad on water, like... The KPX, I mean, when I'm getting 40 megahertz higher on overclocks, just by using paste, yeah, it's crap. You can't find because of the problem. Cryo sucks Sub-Zero, but it's fun. No, we already talked about it. Degrades at ambient fast. Yes. I don't want to take it apart. You know what? I think we're just going to heat it up and go. We'll show the mount after on the next session, okay? What is this? What's the bust on the shelf, dude? We got a bunch of stuff on the shelf. It's not an elf. Oy. Yeah, so we'll check them out after for sure. Logging and tearing, thought it was me. What is that? Burning near your motherboard? No, it's actually just, you know what? I forgot to turn this off. Let's see if that helps out a little bit. Mining a little bit. One with the horn. Says, I thought Cryonaut was meant for Sub-Zero temps. It is meant for Sub-Zero, but a lot of people end up using it for regular. I don't know why. And it's really bad on regular. Oh, we got too much stuff over here. This is what happens when I change the setup. I usually do it a different way, so everything's all over the place because of it. Oh, there we go. All right, now we need juice. Oh, we don't got that much. Damn it. Alright, I think what we're going to do is we're going to go for a suicide run. And what I mean by a suicide is we're going to go run 804. That is the last run I did. Oh, what is that? Interesting. Mining on your streaming rig, yes. That's probably where we're getting a little bit of lagness. I completely forgot about it. Yeah, and the thing is too, between Cryonaut and Hydronaut actually is like 20 megahertz. So if Cryo is 40 megahertz behind, you have Hydro, which is 20 megahertz behind KPX. So it's better, but it still sucks. I mean, what's the point? I mean, you want to get decent clocks. You don't want to just be messing around. Let's see. Let's change the screens over. Something failed. Not selling my 680 Classy, so get over it. Dun dun dun. You must not like making money with GPUs. What is the logical people to situate the pace towards what setup they have rather than what is easier to buy? Carbonaut is a thermal pad. What are we talking about in here? Must be my man. No idea. Anyways, let's see. So I don't know if this system is actually working right. Strange. Alright, so we're gonna get this colder. Then we need to set. Oh, wrong one. What is going on with my AVC? Oh, it would help if I connected it. Whoops. There we go. Technical difficulties. I'll show you guys. Just give me one second. That's what I get for not soldering the connection. It's kind of like hit or miss sometimes. What is going on? I don't know, we're having technical difficulties. We might have to kill it and then basically just go over it again. Do another stream maybe tomorrow or the next day. Have you ever done GPU mining on LN2? No, I actually wanted to try. yeah, I mean, it's not like you could do it for 24 hours, so on mining it's kind of interesting, but I don't really OC, but it has stabilized. Yeah, I have cryo. Yeah, I don't know, guys. If I can't get this going, what is going on with EVC? Let me make sure I got the right color combo right. Yeah, it should be alright. Yeah, I don't know. We're having issues with the EVC. I think we're just going to break down and shut down for this time. But I think what we're going to do is, yeah, world record for hash rate. So I think what we're going to do is we'll just do another stream in the next couple days. Let me work out the issues and kinks. Remember, this is the first time I've tested it since I modded the card. So we need to make sure that we got a right mount. We have everything working. I'm going to have to solder the connection on the EVC because right now I'm not even able to get the EVC working. So I got to get that working to be able to do anything. So, but guys, hey, this is the life of overclocking, right? I know it gets boring and gets crazy. You're not going to have a world record run every time. I just thought it'd be fun to see if we can just crack and beat Jay-Z real quick, but apparently it's in the cards for another day. So, but anyway, Slackers, it was nice to having you. I hope you liked the stream. Make sure you like and subscribe. I got shirts going out tomorrow, so if you have a shirt that you haven't got yet and you're busting my balls about it and you keep doing it, doesn't matter. It's coming out tomorrow. So, yeah, make sure you can support the stream by going to beardedhardware.com, buy a shirt, buy a sweatshirt. You can also do Patreon. $2. It's pretty cheap. Get access to Discord. So, but alright, guys. I'm out. Yep. Till next time. Slacker out. Oh, I can't even hit the right button. Alright, Slackers. Slacker out.